Hi,
Hi,
what's your name?
I'm Marcy Smith.
Okay.
And I work with SustainUS, the U.S. Youth Network for Sustainable Development. And anything else? I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay. Basically, we wanted to ask you about what do you think are the connections between SRHR and climate change?
There are many, many connections between sexual and reproductive health and rights and climate change. One of the biggest ones that comes to mind is the link between the essentially empowerment of women and the role that they play in terms of the natural world. And in many, many countries, women are the stewards of natural resources in largest part. And so climatic changes are going to be disproportionately affecting them. They're going to be the ones responsible for gathering water, and they're going to be the ones who unfortunately can't find it. Also, there's the issue of how much carbon emissions we could save by simply giving women who want contraception access to it. There are 215 million women around the world who have expressed that they would use contraception if it were available to them, and if we were to empower those women with the information and the services they need, we would actually be reducing carbon emissions. So you're lots of co-benefits to that.
If I ask you any youth connection to the SRHR and climate change thing, then anything that you'd like to specifically state?
Youth, climate change, and
SRHR.
SRHR. Again, so many. Half of the world's population are young people. 3 billion of us are under the age of 25. And all of us are about to enter into our childbearing years. Many of us, all the women and the men who are also part of that process. And so it's really critical to make sure that young people know the options, know how much responsibility it requires to take care of a child, and are equipped with the resources that they need to make the best choices for themselves and for their communities and for the world. And I think that we're going to be really, we're going to be pleasantly surprised if we empower young people with information and access to services that they will, in fact, make the decisions that are best for themselves and for the world.
Any specific solutions that you have in mind for creating linkages or any other message in general?
One major change that we could enact pretty rapidly is making available adaptation funding that specifically focuses on sexual and reproductive health. So essentially, talking about sexual and reproductive health and rights as a component of adaptation to climate change, and making making part of adaptation funds exclusively available for that. That's going to be a great way to meet the demand of those 215 potential contraceptive users. Another thing is there are countries around the world who provide aid. One major supplier is the United States, and there are all kinds of conditionalities on that aid that basically doesn't allow it to be used for sexual and reproductive health purposes, which is really immoral, actually. So removing those conditionalities so that those resources can be used would also be a great route.
Thank you. Thanks, Siddhant.